Alright, here are my top 10 GameCube games. GameCube was a solid little console, very cute package. Funnily enough, pretty recently, my friends and I did like a GameCube bracket where we like put a bunch of titles together and like voted on them. I was like, maybe I could do bracket videos? Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Anyway, I guess let me know if that's something you'd want to watch. But anyway, let's jump into my top 10 GameCube games. Number 10 is Soulcalibur 2. As far as Soulcalibur goes, I've only played 2 and 3. But 2 was my favorite for sure. I did own the GameCube one. You know, I did love shooting off arrows as Link, even though it was maybe a little cheap. But that was my introduction to Soulcalibur. I'm not a fighting game guy usually, but Soulcalibur I feel is more accessible to someone like me, where it felt intuitive. Yeah, there was some stuff you had to memorize, I guess, but it wasn't too crazy. It all felt pretty fluid and smooth to me. And I specifically played the GameCube version, so that's why it's number 10 on this list. It's a great game. And for those wondering, I played Talim. Number 9 is Mario Party 5. I think some people might be surprised that a Mario Party is on this list. I think Mario Party 4 is boring as shit. Mario Party 5, though, listen, it's not a perfect game. Some people don't like the capsules. I get it. It is a little random, but they're pretty fun to use as well. There is some strategy you can have with them. The mini games in this were really fun. I mean, it had the Star Spirits from Paper Mario. Come on, like for a Mario nerd like me, that was great. I've played all of the GameCube ones. 7 didn't leave much of an impression on me. 6 was good, but I just don't remember. I just haven't played enough of 6 to have a full opinion of it. But 5 is the one I grew up with. I grew up with, you know, the N64 ones as well. But in terms of the GameCube era, 5 was the one I owned, and I really enjoyed it. And I still enjoy it. I played it semi-recently, and I was like, this still holds up really well. Number 8 is Animal Crossing. I know this game doesn't hold up in comparison to the modern Animal Crossings. It's pretty bare bones, but I have very fond memories of this game. In fact, when New Leaf came out, I kind of held off on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the original Animal Crossing GameCube game and like fill out the fossils and bugs and or whatever. Just all the collectibles and pay off my house. So I actually went back and I did, and it was actually a really fun experience. Just to check in each day, do some stuff, build towards that goal. I like the villagers' personalities in this one a lot. I feel like the ones in modern games are too nice. I like that they were kind of mean. I like the sort of tile system. I don't mind the modern ones. I don't know, something about that was kind of fun. You could open up the map and, you know, go to specific tiles and stuff. It introduced me to one of my favorite, you know, franchises. New Leaf is one of my favorite games ever. So I have Animal Crossing to thank for that. Even though, sure, it's bare bones, but I'm still very, very fond of it. Number 7 is Luigis Mansion. Very short game, but I think it's very memorable. I have not actually played beyond it. I've played a little bit of 2, haven't played 3. At some point I'd like to go and play through them, but it's just so imaginative. Like, you know, it was out of nowhere. Like, oh, Luigi's starring, and it's like not a platformer. You're, you know, exploring this haunted house and sucking up ghosts and stuff. It was really cool. It was just a cool atmosphere, spooky but fun. Really fun designs for the portrait ghosts. And yeah, just the whole structure of the game. Just like it's a house, you start to explore and uncover ways to get to the next thing and the next thing. I was really impressed by it. Yeah, you can beat it like in a day, but that's okay. I've talked about how I don't care about lengths of games as long as they're memorable. And for me, Luigi's Mansion really stuck with me on how creative it was. I think it's a great little game. Number 6 is Mario Kart Double Dash. I mean, just hearing the music in this game brings me back. I do love the double racer, you know, gimmick where you can switch between the two and, you know, hold 2 sets of items. That's really fun. The tracks are really cool. It's not a good track, but Baby Park, classic. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed this. They added some really fun items, really fun characters. Sure, it's not necessarily as polished as, say, like 8. I think it just has this really fun, I don't know, when you just hear that da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, it's just such a, you get in the mood, you're like, all right, it's time for a goofy-ass Mario Kart game. Double Dash has very goofy energy, and I like that about it, so that's why I still look back on it very fondly. Number 5 is Tales of Symphonia. This was my first exposure to the Tales series. I look back on it very fondly. I keep saying that. It's just because I look upon all GameCube games very fondly. For Symphonia, it was like, you know, hey, cool, another JRPG. I didn't even really know what that was back then. I had loved Final Fantasy 9 and 7, but I wasn't like a JRPG expert. But this was a cool different take on it for me, because it has that fun sort of like, it's like active fighting, but you like use moves and stuff in this arena, and the characters are fun. I like the story in it. I think it had some fun twists, and overall a pretty endearing cast of characters. I've only played Symphonia, Abyss, and Vesperia, and yeah, I feel like Symphonia just really captured my imagination with its world and its mechanics and characters. So at some point I should play more Tales games, but Symphonia, that was a really fun RPG. Number 4 is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. This is a game I only really played through recently, because I've been trying to play through all the Fire Emblem games released stateside. So I had to buy this on eBay. It was very expensive. And then semi-recently, they just announced that they're putting GameCube games on Switch too. And Path of Radiance looks like it's going to be one of them. I really liked this game. It's funny, all my friends hate Fire Emblem, or hate on Fire Emblem. Well, not all of them, but a majority of them do. I love Fire Emblem to death. I think this one had a fun cast of characters. I forget what they're called, but the beast characters, the ones that can turn into beasts, that was a cool sort of thing. The Black Knight or whatever was a fun sort of recurring antagonist. I haven't played Radiant Dawn yet. I own it. But it's actually very cool to see a game where you can kind of take your data and transfer it to that game. I'm looking forward to doing that. Ike and his buddies, I had a really good time with it. I had played it a long time ago, and I kind of got stuck. I'm much better at them now, although I still... Actually, in Path of Radiance, did I let anyone die? Maybe like one character? I don't remember who. So I got through it pretty smoothly. It was kind of nice to like come back to it later and be like, hey, I'm actually much better at these now. But yeah, Path of Radiance, if it goes on Twitch too, check it out. It's a solid Fire Emblem title. I want to play Fire Emblem now. Maybe I'll start Radiant Dawn. Anyway, great game. Number 3 is Wind Waker. I had to think about it, because this game's really great. I love the art style. Back then, it got a lot of flack, but now I think it's pretty well renowned, as it should be. Wonderful art style, great music. I love the sailing, and there's that whole thing where we have to find the Triforce pieces. I loved that shit. I loved filling out the map. I loved finding secrets on the islands. You know, it kind of had like a, I don't know, Breath of the Wild, the kind of like openness of like, all right, find all the stuff before Breath of the Wild. Do I wish there were some more dungeons? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The vibes of it are just too good, man. A fun, bright sailing Zelda? It's cool. The Ganondorf design is great. I mean, Tetra's awesome. They should have kept her as Tetra, honestly. It's a very charming game, and definitely up there in terms of Zeldas for me. At some point, I want to play through all the Zeldas. I actually don't. I have a pretty wide range of blind spots for that series. I'm working on it, but Wind Waker definitely stood out to me. It's also my wife's favorite. It's a great game. Number 2 is Super Smash Bros. Melee. This game just rewired my DNA. As a kid, we didn't have a lot of money. You know, I could get like, I don't know, 1 game a year, maybe. And so it was like, do I get Melee or Sunshine? And I'm glad I chose Melee. Melee was phenomenal. I remember distinctly, before it came out, at Target, at the kiosk, I would just play it over and over again. Like if I went to Target with my mom and like, you know, I was just left I would just play matches upon matches upon matches. It was incredible. Like I really liked the N64 one, but Melee just was like, it was insane. Like all the new characters, the new stages, the new items, how fast it was. It was a revolutionary experience for me. So this has to be in my top 3 for GameCube games. I still look back on it very fondly. It had the events. It had the trophies. It had all this cool stuff. Like, man, it was a phenomenal game. It's still, obviously, people love this game. I do really love Ultimate. Ultimate might be my favorite. But Melee it's just a really fucking cool game. That intro, oh, so good. The unlockables, so good. So good, so goddamn good. Of course, everyone knows Melee. It's Melee. I love Melee. And finally, number 1, perfect game, Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. It's just an incredible game. I watched my buddy Jay play through it on the Let's Play channel, my Let's Play channel, Prosody Plays Games. Go check it out in the description. That's a great playthrough, by the way. It holds up. I haven't played the remake yet. I want to, but I love the characters. I love the world. Rogueport is so cool. The bosses are fun. The X-Nauts as a villain group are great. A lot of cool Peach segments. The Bowser side-scrolling is fun. I mean, Glitz Pit rules. The bad guy in the spooky town rules. I guess I won't say his name. There's just a lot of... And yeah, there's some annoying stuff like with the General White stuff. And maybe the train one is okay, but it doesn't matter, man. The battle system is just full of bells and whistles that are great, fun things. Like the Pit of 100 Trials, which I still haven't beat. I got to like level 94 or whatever as a kid and died. But one day, when I play the remake, I intend to just do everything in it. That'll be my like return, my homecoming return to that game, and I'll play through it. The tattles were super fun. Like in the first Paper Mario, I barely tattled because there wasn't a tattle log, and also who cares about Goombario? But Goombella's great, and getting all the tattle entries was really fun. The trouble system, there was a secret party member, like a lot of really great stuff in this. Even though the first Paper Mario is my favorite, the ThousandYear Door is just amazing. Nintendo, for the love of God, please make another Paper Mario like this. Please, please. If you haven't played it, my God, one of the best Nintendo games of all time. All right, that was my top 10 GameCube games. Let me know in the comments which GameCube games you would recommend or ones that you love. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Peace.